blah, blah. I'm saying women are inherently insecure all the time anyway. And if you don't believe me, look at the makeup industry, look at the weave industry, look at the extension industry, look at the lash industry, look at the entire beauty industry in itself is predicated on female insecurity with their looks. Okay. So women are always going to be insecure. Now, that's number one. Number two, for the relationship to work, the woman must be insecure. And I know that sounds like a crazy concept, but the reason why I say that is because women know that they got the best guy when they're insecure around their man.
Then why do men try and get after you when they ask you like, oh, you're jealous, you're insecure, like stop being so insecure?
Wait,
that
what?
doesn't make sense.
Say that again.
Okay, so you're saying that the relationship doesn't work unless the woman is insecure, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then why does a man try to ask a woman why is she so insecure that it's more geared towards like jealousy traits?
Because her behaviors from the insecurity is starting to piss him off. For example, she nags him, she's annoying, she bitches and moans, she follows him. He doesn't care about the insecurity isn't the issue. It's the actions that stem from the insecurity. But that's because the man doesn't have frame.
But most men, okay, I'm not going to say most men that I know that use the word insecure usually mean that somebody is being more, they think that another girl is trying to take their place or another girl, it looks prettier than them or something like that.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When you were a porn star, which porn stars did you want to do scenes with?
Like female or male?
Male. Which porn stars did you want to deal with?
Ones that I got to know outside of the camera first. I knew that I was going to actually be able to deal with on camera.
Okay, you wanted the guy that probably had the most status, that would get you the most money, that would get you the most views.
Yeah, you put yourself in the right area.
Fantastic.
You put yourself in the right crowd.
How many of y'all been in a nightclub before, ladies?
I've never.
Okay.
In a club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys all been in a nightclub? All right, are you guys sitting in general section?
No.
Sitting in the VIP, right? How many girls are in there?
Tables.
A lot.
20,
How many dudes
30.
are in there?
Like 2, 3.
Oh, okay. Now, let me ask you this. When you go to the club, do you dress your best?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's how you
Your
get in the VIP
reflection.
section. That's how you get a free bottle.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that you knowing that there's going to be other bad bitches there competing for the same spot that you want at that club where you're going to be around higher status men stems from insecurity?
No. Well, I wouldn't call it insecurity.
Look. Y'all can call it tomato, blah, blah, blah. That insecurity was the fuel for you to get dressed that night, put yourself in a tight-ass dress, wear pounds of makeup, sit in uncomfortable heels, go into a nightclub with dark, loud music, right, to compete against other women for a spot at a prestigious table while higher status men. So everything.
What if you're just doing
is rooted in
network?
insecurity.
Yeah,
Now let me explain. Let me continue on here. I just use the club as an example. You get the best behavior out of women when they're insecure.
That's true.
Wait, can I ask you something, Myron?
I feel like
So-
But before you ask that question, does that make sense? Y'all get what I'm saying now with the insecurity? Why it's so important?
I just the club thing. A lot of clubs just won't let you in if you don't look a certain way.
Yeah,
That's
But why are you going to the club though?
Why am I
you
going
gotta
to the
ask.
club?
You gotta ask yourself a question. Why are you going to the club?
It's because I like
networking.
I like music. I DJ. Like I like that shit, bro. Like
I don't feel like every girl that
Look.
goes to the club is to find like a man.
It's not about finding a man.
Because you're not gonna find
But-
the right man in
but
the
it's
club.
that's fine. But it's a competition. Putting your best foot forward, and you're putting yourself around men that are higher status. That's why girls that are pretty are always concentrated in the VIP sections. Okay. So what I'm saying is that to get the best out of a woman, she must compete, and that competition creates insecurity. And that's when women behave the best, when they know that their position isn't safe. This is in human nature, period. When you're in a workplace, when you're in school, etc., you're competing, you want to be number one, you have to be insecure to a degree about where you stand so that you can train hard enough to get the number one spot. You need women in that position to compete.
Girls looking at like what bag is she wearing, what shoes she got on. It's like everything is a competition.
Honestly,
Sorry, you were saying.
I agree with you because there's some scenarios where there'll be a guy chasing a girl for such a long period of time, but the second she finds out that he's in a relationship or he's like taking a girl seriously, although he's been trying to get her for the longest, just because she knows like there's another girl in the picture and he's not gonna be paying no more mind to her.
That's when she'll jump in.
She'll jump in and she'll
Yeah, I
try.
hear that.
I've seen that many times.
I've always said it. When you
Yes.
have girls, it's easier to attract other girls.
Yes.
But guess what? It doesn't work that way with men, does it?
No.
If I know you're fucking niggas, I get turned off and I leave. If you know I'm fucking bitches, you get turned on and you stay or you come at me. That's why I say women must be insecure in the relationship for it to work with a man, but not the other way around.
I've seen men competing for women many times.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
to smash, but not to
To have
wipe up.
sex, but
Yeah,
not to
yeah,
take
yeah,
seriously.
yeah. No,
Okay,
to
but
smash for sure.
are y'all just trying to have sex and not take it serious? Women want a relationship. Men want sex.
Not necessarily. I've had guys tell me that they'll be in an open relationship if they can just be the other one and it's not sexual.
Nigga, you're a porn star, nigga.
All right, let me explain something to you. Men that are attracted that have options that aren't cuckolds are not okay with that.
Not a cuckold. Why be going all the way
Yo,
up?
if you're okay with letting your chick smash other dudes, you are by definition.
We're not
a cuck.
talking about sexual. We're talking about just in a relationship.
Okay, look. Let me explain something. No sane man that has standards, that's attractive, that has options, is gonna allow his woman to be around other men. Period. Something's wrong with that guy and his values low.
I agree.
He can't dictate terms to you. He's got to go off what you say. I want an open relationship. Okay, sweetheart. I can't tell you no because I'm a loser.
Ethical non-monogamy.
Chad. Yo. What's wrong with y'all niggas?
Hell is
man?
hot.
Oh my God, Blank is nigga. All right, you want?
Hell is so hot.
Yo,
He said. Yo, you have anything you want to say back to him? He said Ethiopia got beat so hard by Boston
I
PD.
actually
She got that lazy eye.
it wasn't Boston police that beat me. It was the Chicago police. And then someone also said BLM doesn't march for Black people who get killed by other Black people. I've been in several
Yeah,
protests
we
in
do.
Chicago where we marched for Black people who are murdered by other Black people and
Facts.
spoke out against gang violence. Shout out to Good Kids Man City. Appreciate the love for my lazy
That's
eye.
not televised though.
It's not televised.
They don't. They only go super hard and televise it for the
That's because
for the
the
police shootings.
Because what you call
Exactly.
it, the news stations are kind of scared to go into certain neighborhoods where we have the protests, where we're speaking up against gang violence. So it's not our fault. It's just the media doesn't want to cover it. But it happens. Y'all just don't pay attention to it. I'm sorry. We never got to see it.
We're sorry to hear that. You had a question?
Yeah, sorry. Does anyone have anything before you? Because I know she's gonna probably switch to something else.
What do we,
No, actually,
I was just saying why I think women need to be insecure in relationships for it to work, and I was explaining the club dynamic, women competing, the need for women to compete to be attracted to a man versus it's not necessarily required for a man to be attracted to a woman.
When you mean by insecure, exactly what do you mean? Like jealous over girls?
That's
Other
what I
girls?
said.
Competition.
She has to have that competition anxiety, and she needs to know that her place isn't secure.
competition anxiety?
Like competition isn't always a bad thing. Like I feel like as women we're raised to
healthy-
think like
I
comparing
just-
ourselves with other women is a bad thing, but it's actually really not. Especially like if you're in
You guys already do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. We
Y'all
already
already do it anyway.
like-
Y'all see a chick, oh, she a bum. My bag is better. Blah blah blah. Why not take that same? Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking. Her makeup is fucked up. Why not take that same competition and say that bitch can't cook? She'll never be able to take my man. I cook.
Exactly.
I clean. I'm a way better girl. I hold him down. I can make his business better than these other hoes. Like
She don't
women need to
suck
start.
dick like me.
Well, I mean, you got to go a little bit beyond that because there's always gonna be a girl that sucks dick better than you. You need to keep your man through other things that aren't sexual.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
You
I
get
feel
your
you.
man through sex,
I
right?
was
And then you got to
joking.
keep him through what you do outside of the bedroom.
Like, just because you have a vagina doesn't mean he's gonna stay with you.
Yeah. So
Facts.
I mean, again, that's what I mean when I say the insecurity thing. Like girls must feel that insecurity. So I know y'all say, "Oh my God, that sounds fucked up," but it's the truth. Why do you think men, right, the highest status men, have multiple girls fighting for them? You go any rapper, any celebrity, etc. They got 5-10 girls fighting for them, and they're okay doing that. You ain't gonna find 10 niggas fighting for an average bitch. No. and if they are, they're bums that no one respects anyway. But you'll have bad chicks at the top of the totem poles fighting for the top guys. Why? Women are okay sharing men.
Ants Chris.
What?
No, I'm just
So-
kidding.
Okay, you got some, right?
You already answered my question.
Oh,
So, do you think like guys don't like confident women
it's not that we don't like confident women. It's not that important.
or okay?
I mean, but you don't want a girl nagging at you all the time
It's not
because
No,
she's
we don't.
super insecure.
All right. Well, nagging doesn't have to do with confidence. Not necessarily.
I mean, if you're complaining to him about another girl that you're jealous over, then like you said, no guy wants to hear like
That's the man's fault for not putting the woman in her place before that even started. If a woman's nagging you, you already lost as a man.
Facts.
for her like communicating how you're saying like a woman has to be insecure for a relationship to work, but
Yeah.
how will she communicate
If I
that?
come into a relationship and I tell you straight to your face, I'm never going to be monogamous to you, you can't nag me.
Oh, then that's just different.
Yep.
That's why I tell guys to be honest with girls. Most
Yes,
dudes
I
aren't
agree.
though.
Mhm.
They're
I agree.
not. So I tell girls he gonna cheat anyway.
Mhm.
Accept it.
Yes.
Most people aren't gonna